How was a man with 10% of a brain able to function normally? What did 16th century Arctic explorers eat that made their skin fall off? Why did Columbus think the Earth had a nipple, like a breast? Learn the history behind these stories and well over 100 more in my new book, Facts That Aren't True. Check out my other book too, link in the description. The world's smartest man has declared that Jesus Christ is the way, the truth, and the life. There are, of course, a lot of problems with this, and it's kind of hard to know where to start. So, Dr. Young-Hoon Kim, who is absolutely not a doctor, nor does he have a PhD in anything. See, maybe this is where we start. This and this, these are not the same person. There is nothing you could possibly do to convince me that these are the same person. Absolutely not. The facial structure is completely different. You don't just gain moles on your face throughout your life. I'll show you some pictures of me when I was like 15, 18, 20 years old, roughly, compared to a pretty recent picture of me. It's absolutely like, you wouldn't hesitate for a second that these are the same person. So I don't know what's going on here, but these are absolutely not the same person. I don't know if the dude that's been putting out all the Twitter videos and stuff, the person on the left, or the right, sorry, that's who we see. I don't know if that's literally just not the same person. I don't know if that guy's just stole this person's identity, or if this picture is just not really him and he put this picture up here or altered it in such a crazy way. But there's definitely something weird going on. So there's that angle of it. Then there's the doctor part of it. Now, surely they don't just mean honorary doctor. Oh no, oh no. On his lifetime achievements section here, I went through it. He doesn't have a single actual degree listed anywhere. According to his Twitter page, which also seems incredibly fake, who the hell signs their own post where your name is in it, a different moniker of themselves, but whatever. Says he got a bachelor's degree in Christian theology from a private university in Asia. Maybe that's true, maybe that isn't. I don't know. So, not a doctor. IQ of 276. That's literally not possible. An IQ of 276 would make you 12 standard deviations away from the normal. 12 standard deviations written as a fraction would be 1 over 10 to the 30th power. So this guy who doesn't even exist and who doesn't have any doctorate degrees but calls himself a doctor also does not have an IQ of 276. Nobody does. Nobody ever possibly could. Fields of expertise, literally every single one of these things is a complete lie as well. The thing about IQ tests as well is your IQ is pretty much a measure of how good you are at taking IQ tests. And how was his IQ test certified? Well, apparently it's certified by official world record, whatever the hell that is. But then it also seems to be certified by World Mind Sports Council, World Memory Championships, World Speed Reading Championships, World Mind Mapping Championships. This really seems to be how good are you at standardized testing, reading type of things. We'll get to his organization here in a little bit. Education and research. Doctor, you're not a doctor. Can't even capitalize his own name on his own website. So yeah, that's more evidence that this guy's not a genius. Studied academic degrees in psychology, neuroscience, counseling, and coaching, linguistics, sociology, philosophy, and non-denominational theology. King's College of London. Wait a second, didn't his Twitter page say he got his degree at Yonsei University? But yeah, studied degrees. So you're a dropout or what? Here's his association. The world's smartest human has the absolute world's worst graphic design. I've never seen something this bad. Who are we? We're a world-class think tank with a rich cognitive diversity of top thinkers. So a think tank is a fancy way of saying we don't do anything. They have ideas and they try to build rapport and try to get maybe on an email list for some super famous influential person, and then they try to push something. But otherwise, think tanks do absolutely nothing. Feel free to visit the website if you want. I mean, it's just literally a bunch of absolute nothingness. The council is made up of himself, an honorary professor, so somebody who doesn't even have a job, one of the guys that had absolutely no authority, certifying him as one of the highest IQ individuals in the world, because he's part of the memory championships thing, former chairman, former CEO, more unemployed people. Oh, here we go. An actual person with a job. CEO of Voyager Space, huh? Voyager Space. So what's this all about? Together we will embark on bold and transformative journeys that propel to the future. Okay. Voyager is a global leader in national security and space solutions. We tackle the most complex challenges to unlock new frontiers. This sounds like something that doesn't actually exist. They just kind of maybe are like a middleman for real things that happen, and then they just take people's money. Starlab is a U.S. joint venture between Voyager, Airbus, Mitsubishi Corporation. Right, so like what? They make 2 or 3 phone calls, and so they get to put their name on it. Here on their mission ready page, I mean, this is just a recycling of 2 stock images over and over again. It literally just looks like a description of stuff that doesn't even exist at all. I think that this is basically a fake company. Let's see, news releases. Announcing pricing, okay. $200 million credit, okay. Launch of initial public offering, great. They got some sort of contract, great. Acquisition contract, acquire Voyager and Palantir, okay, there's an enormous red flag. Adds a company, more acquisitions. So they literally do nothing at all. Now they do say that they had some technology on that made it to the moon. See, here's that dust thing. They claim that they had some sort of dust repellent coating on some piece of technology that went to the moon. Now, apparently that hitched a ride on, this was a real mission. You can read about it on NASA. So they contracted, this Firefly company was contracted by NASA, and it went and landed on the moon. It happened a few months ago. And there were all these different technologies aboard the craft, and you can check them out here. Whatever this Voyager thing is, not mentioned. There is a dust repellent shield, but it's one developed by NASA that was there. So yeah, I don't know what Voyager is, but all this gimmicky, vacuous language that says literally nothing at all, and the complete lack of evidence that they've ever done anything at all, makes me think that this is just fake too. As the U.S. transitions to commercially operated space stations, Voyager's Science Park serves as a critical path to continued microgravity research and work. This state-of-the-art science park is dedicated to advancing microgravity science. What the fuck is Science Park? There is nothing that I can click on here. So I tried to look up this Science Park, and all I can find is this link to this article that says, and it's from Voyager, and it says that we added space lean tech to George Washington Carver Science Park located at Ohio State University. So literally, this is just like, it's like all the other stuff. Voyager does absolutely nothing, and they slap their name onto something that other people are doing. Look at this. They're just a partner in something that was already done and built by other people. What did Voyager do? Literally nothing at all. They probably paid for something. But yeah, the rest of this is, so they give awards, and they have obviously some pretty high profile individuals on here. But and then you have Epstein's pedophile island ring circus here. And then all these honorary fellows. This is absolutely nothing, okay? What is to stop me from saying, Young-hoon Kim, I present to you the award for the most non-existent, non-Christian apologist and fraud in the world. Here you go. Here's your award. I would be surprised if any of these people even formally acknowledged or accepted any of these awards. All this is you declare that we have awarded these people through no consent of their own, all these awards, and then you make them honorary members. I mean, I don't know what you call this, because it's not resume embellishing, but it's a very weird kind of intellectual fraud. I scrolled through as much of his Twitter as I could bear, and like it's literally nothing but notice me Elon and worshiping Elon Musk. This is from May 15th, whatever that. Thank you, Elon Musk. Dr. Highest IQ Man. See, there's no way that this is real. Who the hell honestly calls themselves Dr. Highest IQ Man? I follow the spirit of Elon Musk. Yeah, this was a little over a month before he said Jesus Christ is the way, the truth, the life. Like, I'm not kidding. Everything on here is Elon Musk. Virtually everything. And then some Trump stuff too. And I mean, I went as far back as I could stand. It would be interesting to go back several years and see what's on here. But it's just ridiculous. Yeah, I'm not really sure what this is. It seems like a plea for Elon to please hire him to work at Neuralink. I know it's hard to have trust from Elon Musk, but I don't want to give up. I will do my best once again. This is the qualification behind my official world's highest IQ record. I hope to work at Neuralink and with Elon Musk. So he just shows these like attachments. Oh, what is this? Aztec University, huh? Looks like a real accredited university you can get real PhDs from. Yep. Yeah, that's definitely what this is. How did this South Korean guy get a degree from the University Aztec while also getting a degree from that college in London, while also getting a degree? I mean, if he's South Korean, he could get a degree in, whatever that Asian college he said. A Doctor of Advanced Studies. When you Google that, what pops up is Grand Canyon University, that Aztec College, Liberty University, Walden, Smart Catalog IQ, University of Phoenix. Yeah, no. I'm not saying the degree is fake. I'm not saying the college doesn't exist. I'm not exactly saying that it's a diploma mill, but I am saying that it is fake. Now, you may be thinking, how can you say that it's fake? Look, if literally on his own website, he won't say that he got a PhD from that Aztec University. So yeah, on June 18th, he tweeted this stuff about Jesus is God, Christianity is true, or whatever, and then you've probably seen idiots like Charlie Kirk freaking out about it. I'm not aware of anything else he's really said about that. His YouTube channel, Young-Hoon Kim, world's highest IQ record holder, only has, 9 videos on it? So let's check out what he has to say.
Hello everyone, this is highest IQ man Young-Hoon Kim from South Korea. In this video, I would like to share my idea, my thoughts about afterlife. I think our consciousness continues beyond death.
Great, so it's this shit. Consciousness, I wonder if, I guarantee we hear some quantum stuff in here as well. Therefore, God exists. It's like, I don't even remember what Chris Langan's argument that God exists was. I think he just defined God to be some weird nebulous concept that no theist really holds. But because the guy who's a bouncer at a bar, who claims he's the smartest, he was the smartest person in the world before this, I thought, wasn't he? Well, anyways, so he says God exists, therefore apologists are just their ginies started tingling, but now we got Kim.
Definitely. Our consciousness is not just brain activity, but it is something deeper. I think you believe this.
No.
Science says that when the brain stops, then our consciousness disappears.
I don't think science really says that exactly.
You believe this now. But quantum physics
Oh, I called it.
says that information never disappears. Never.
Does quantum physics say that?
It only changes in forms.
Well, hopefully Blitz goes after this. He hasn't said anything about this to my knowledge yet. I just checked actually, so we'll see.
If our consciousness is quantum information,
Nobody thinks that.
it
Well, sorry. Nobody who's an expert in quantum mechanics thinks that.
may continue after the body is gone. For example, like computer data stored in the cloud, our consciousness may not be trapped in the brain.
Like the idea that obviously my brain is giving off brain waves, and after I die, my brain waves keep existing. Like the idea that therefore my consciousness keeps existing because we can imagine that that happens is cute to think about, but therefore what? Nobody, like people just say these things because they want to sound like the kind of person that says things, and it does nothing, it means nothing. It has literally zero impact on the world.
Quantum entanglement suggests that
Jeez.
our consciousness is part of a bigger system beyond the physical world.
Man, yeah, Blitz, Professor Dave, somebody needs to, somebody that would know what to say precisely in response to that. It definitely needs to go after this.
Some scientists and philosophers believe that our world may be a simulation created by a higher dimension of being.
I think his the Elon Musk worship has just, the dude's not a Christian. He worships Elon Musk. Like I don't know. Elon Musk is going to start a religion somehow. Well, he won't even start it. It's just that his bros that worship everything he does will just create their own interpretation of, which is exactly what happened with Christianity, actually, of whatever all of it means, and then just start, unfortunately, poisoning the world with whatever the hell this is.
Which I believe. If this is true, then the death is not the end, but a shift to another reality.
Oh, no.
Just like a video game character disappears, but the player still exists.
This is not 276 IQ activities. It just isn't.
Our consciousness may continue in a higher dimension like this. Many people with near-death experience says they saw their bodies from above or felt warm like.
Yep, and every single time we try to test these claims under controlled conditions, they can never, ever, ever report anything even mildly interesting.
And the peace. They say they felt warm light and peace. These
Yes, quantum entanglement is when warm light and peace.
experiences seem like moving from one system to another, I think. So, if reality is part of something bigger, then death is not the end, but it is a transition, shift to another reality. Science is growing now, and we are learning more about consciousness and reality. Our death is not destruction, but change and shift. Humanity will keep searching for the truth about what comes after life. Thank you.
Wow. So just created a video and just, without connecting a single idea together, consciousness, quantum mechanics, information, near-death experiences, afterlife. There.
Hello everyone, this is Heist IQ Young-Hoon Kim. In this video, I would like to declare the most important thing, the most important statement. I have two things now. First, God exists. Second, we are in a simulation. 100%, I believe.
100%, huh?
As mentioned before, assuming that AI or AGI, ASI continue to advance, just like we will be able to create highly advanced virtual realities, then I consider it is likely that we ourselves exist within a simulation created by a higher dimensional being.
Yeah, so this is one of those things where you could accuse the apologists of taking the guy out of context or claiming, oh, he proved Christianity is true. No, he just said that he thinks the afterlife and God is just a simulation or something like that. Like, literally not what any theist believes, but they have their own kooky idea. And then apologists come and they hijack that, and then they try to say, see? But then he did say that Jesus is the way, the truth, the life, and whatever else he said about it. So I don't know. I have no idea what's going on.
With this approach, we will be able to understand the concept of ultimate reality or God.
Yeah, so I just see that as him defining God, again, like I've already said, in a way that no theist defines God, but that's how they choose to. Oh, so he did actually come out and say Jesus Christ is God. Okay, well, he went all the way. I wouldn't be surprised if this entire thing is just another level of a grift of whatever all that other crap was. I wouldn't be surprised if it's just his way of trying to get the most gullible people in the world to throw money at him. Maybe it's a prank for prank's sake. Is whoever that guy is, or whoever that guy is pretending to be, really that delusional? That's possible, I guess. So far, all I've seen are people taking his tweets and then going, haha, atheists, turns out we're the smart ones. I don't know how you could do even a little bit of looking into what this guy does, who he is, what he's associated with, and come away thinking that there's any kind of... that anything about this is genuine or well thought out or anything. It's just the newest addition of manure onto the giant heap that is the intellectual laziness of apologists going, hey, you see that thing over there? Yeah, that means God. You're a bunch of fucking idiots that have been falling for bullshit for 2,000 years. Grow up.